Are you tired of those old-fashioned drumline shows? Do some shows just leave you bored out your door? You ever wish you could just get away from it all? Well, stop right there, because we've got just the thing for you.
Hi, my name is Joseph Valla. I'm currently the Percussion Judges Coordinator for the TriState Judges Association, and I'd like to welcome you to this presentation. This presentation is entitled TriState Percussion 2012, A New Beginning. It is my hope that by watching this presentation, you'll learn a little bit about TriState Percussion's history, our past, some of the milestones that we've reached over the years, our philosophy and how we've incorporated it into our growth, and a little bit about our future plans. Now, before we begin, I just wanted to take a moment and say how proud I am. It's been a real honor to be a part of the TriState Percussion Circuit over the last 12 years, to watch it grow from relative anonymity to a circuit that is growing, certainly from a local perspective, but even at the national level. It is the efforts of a lot of really, really good people. And I'd like to say thank you once again to our support staff, to our administration, to the adjudicators, to the staff members, but most importantly, to the young men and women who compete with us, who put the uniform on. Without them, there is no circuit. It's the reason we exist. It's our hope that by good adjudication and by creating a friendly atmosphere, you are not only learning about what it takes to be good at this, but you're learning life skills that you can take with you for the rest of your life and whatever you choose to do. So once again, thanks a lot, folks. And with that, let's begin the presentation. Now, I thought it'd be a good idea before we delve into the actual presentation itself to give the person who's watching this the first time, who never has been a part of TriState, a brief history about us, about TriState Percussion, where we started, and some of the things that we've accomplished over the last few years up to where we stand today. TriState Percussion ran their first championship way back in 1996, about 16 years ago. I joined the circuit back in 2000, and from 2000 to 2003, although there were a couple of lines that showed some improvement from a performance ability, we weren't growing the circuit in the amount of lines that we had. We were a little bit stagnant. I then solicited the judging coordinator of the circuit to allow me to take over the percussion side of it, see what I can do to help grow both in the talent and the abilities of the lines, and also growing the actual number of lines in the circuit. We saw some decent growth for a couple of years, and finally in 2005, we were big enough to split our A class into what we then called Regional A, which is now B class, and A class. The reason was that we saw a large disparity between the high numbers in A class and the lower numbers in B. For 3 years, we ran our championships on Friday nights from 2006 to 2008. 2009, we reincorporated with the color guards and came with a very unique format. Color guards and percussion would split on the floor. Maybe B class would go on color guards and then the B class percussion. Very unique format that we're very proud of. And we've seen growth very well in the last couple of years. We've grown to 32 lines at championships last year, our largest final ever, and another 6 or 7 that competed with us during the season. That's just a little bit about the history of the percussion circuit, where we've been, where we've come from, where we're at today. And now a little bit about how tri-state lines have fared at the national level, competing in WGI. The reason I'm adding this slide is because you may be the director or an instructor with a line that competes nationally that doesn't normally compete with tri-state, and you're thinking about bringing your line to one of our shows, and you're wondering, will I get the level of adjudication that I require to help my kids along at the national level? I think we'll be able to help you there. Actually, we didn't see any of our lines really start to compete regularly in the national class until about 5 years ago or so. We had our first promotion back in 2006. Campbell County was promoted from Scholastic A to Scholastic Open. We had our first class medalist back in 2007. Impact Audio Theater received a silver medal in Independent A. We've had Tate's Creek Indoor Percussion with us here for a number of years. I believe the slide's wrong. I believe they've been a 4-year finalist in Independent Open, actually receiving the bronze medal at that class in 2009. We had another promotion that I wanted to mention here, Dixie Heights Indoor Percussion. That was back in 2010. They were Scholastic A-Line. It was promoted very late in the process up into Scholastic Open. And they actually ended up making finals. They worked very hard and actually made finals in Scholastic Open. We're really proud of them when they did that. And lastly, we had our first national class champion this year, Madison Independent, winning Independent A class in 2010. We've also seen a number of our lines begin to compete regionally just the last couple of years, making finals, medaling at regional contests, Dayton, Indianapolis, down in Tennessee. The circuit's growing in that area. The lines are growing. So if you are considering it, we'd be more than happy to help you. And once again, that's just a brief history about our national experience. So as you can see, we do fully support your efforts if you choose to compete nationally in WGI. We're very proud of the fact that what we've seen so far is lines that go up there will use the term, we love to carry the banner for the circuit. We see a lot of camaraderie within the lines that go to shows, supporting each other, cheering for each other. We're very proud of that. I think it speaks volumes about the atmosphere that we create at our local contests. And we hope that we can maintain that and maintain the local support for our league, which is, I use the word league for Tri-State sometimes. But I want to emphasize something, and I want to make this very clear. And although how well our lines perform nationally is part of how we gauge our success, it is not the primary factor or goal of our league. It is not our credo to have a line win championships at WGI. That's not what we're here for. We focus just as much on the new B line, A line, a concert line. If you compete just locally and you choose not to go there, our focus is on every single individual. Just as much on that brand new B performer as it is in the performer in a line that competes nationally that may contend for a medal in their class. Everybody matters to us. We're not ever going to focus more on one than the other. The big ticket lines, if you will. So just to let you know a little bit about that, although we absolutely will stand and cheer for you if you go to those contests. And we look forward to seeing more of you branch out and try that in the future.